it can often be an internal issue. Like you were talking about the work inside. Alex Hermosi talks about volume all the time. And if you tell a creator just post 100 times a day, it's not even really sometimes about the work. It's the stuff that comes with it, right? Am I doing this right? Am I meant to do this? The self-worth aspect, the internal monologue aspect of the battle within. I guess what I'm trying to say is skill is definitely an aspect of it, but I think we weren't taught how to go after our dreams or what hard looks like.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, and I'm present to the Spoon song that just came on, one of my favorite bands. And but musicians are an example of people who have to face those very things, right?
Yeah. And
We work with musicians a lot, and when you talk to one of the musicians we work with is a guy named Sam Pounds, and he just launched his new album. But you talk about a guy that he was a Division I basketball player at Champion, or maybe D2, but he was a champion, and he hustled and grind, and he went through every resistance. He stayed independent. He didn't sell out because he knew he wanted to control his future.
yeah.
He had label deals for days. You could sell out. You could go take a creative job at a corporation,
Right.
but you got something that you're taking a stand for. And so
Yeah.
you're working your way through the inner resistance. You're doing the inner work, the real work,
Yeah.
right? And I think about I know the story of the band Spoon, but they had to grind, right?
Yeah.
And they had to build their business piece by piece, tour by tour by tour, and they became like a very successful band in a very independent kind of way.
Yeah.
And I would just say, I just think about the act of being a creator and pursuing your dreams, facing that inner resistance, working through the process, doing all of the repetitions every day, even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where like sports and creativity are very similar.
And entrepreneurship. That's why I gravitated towards guests like that, because I like the mindset aspect of entrepreneurs understand the inner resistance, creatives do, artists, and then obviously people in sports put
Yeah.
that physical resistance, which also starts in the mind.
There you go.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
love it.
Now I got to see, after I was a founder, I had to learn these skills. My first business didn't work out because I didn't have these skills. Like
Right.
I didn't have my self relationship intact. I was too worried about everybody else. I didn't have the ability to like narrow things down and persist. Small steps,
Yeah.
broken out. My ability to team well with other people was rate limited by like how much inner work they were doing or how much inner work I was doing. And the teamwork aspect is so powerful, and we're not taught these things in school. And so like I was going through a lot of learning around conscious leadership, integral theory, psychology, learning about our inner life at the same time I'm doing workforce transformation. And I had such cognitive dissonance, like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, why am I learning these things in my 30s? I needed these when I was 22,
Right.
right? These when my dreams were still there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And